Big Scuba crazy. Blues could do all that. So we finna react to Walk a Mile with Hot Sauce, Atlanta, Georgia. Low key, back in the day, I used to like N1 more than the NBA. Probably because it was, it just seemed more fun to watch, like with the handles and stuff. So, like for example, say like Kobe Bryant or LeBron. I'm gonna just say that just because I don't feel like arguing with nobody. They both were like some of the best players to ever play basketball. You know what I'm saying? But watching them wasn't as fun to me personally as watching somebody like Skip to Malou or Allen Iverson or Steve Prince. Now they might have been better players, yes, whatever. But to me, it was more entertaining to watch them. And you can take that with a lot of different things. For example, like some of the best battle rappers to me might not be the most fun to watch, but they get the most ratings and they do the best than somebody like Rum Nitty, for example, or the people that's good, but nobody really. But that's a whole nother convo. So I just wanted to say that, start the video off. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what this video about to be about, but let's get into it.
Yeah, y'all know I used to hoop back in the day. I was kind of straight. I didn't lost it all. I ain't even gonna hold you. But today, I had to go bump into the homie Hot Sauce. I wanted to, get to know
My
him
dumb
a
ass
little
thought
bit
that was
about
hot
where he
sauce right
came
there.
from, how he got into the game. And I want him to show me some moves, because I didn't lost him. Like, I'm completely dusty. So don't judge me, you know. So yeah, this that exclusive Hot Sauce interview.
Mm.
Damn. Oh, there you go.
Man, you gotta follow through when you do that, man.
Man, listen, I ain't played ball in so long,
Shit,
man.
you. What up, boy?
What's the deal? What's the deal?
Shit, you know the vibes.
So I'm
What's
gonna
going
need you
on?
to show me some of the moves, man.
Oh, you know I got you. You know, bam,
Okay.
bam,
Hold
Okay.
on, hot
Oh,
sauce.
okay.
bam,
Saucy.
bam,
Okay.
bam. Oh,
Yeah.
bam,
Type time.
bam,
Yeah.
bam,
With
bam,
the blunt. Oh.
Easy.
bam, bam. You gotta hit that layup, man. Hit that layup.
Yeah.
Oh, with the
Okay.
assist.
Yeah. The sauce already working. It's already working.
Yeah, what's going on though?
Shaka made it. Shaka made it. Shaka made it.
A lot of people don't know this,
Balls,
but if
bro.
you have the YouTube app on your
It's
phone,
funny
you could be
because
using
low
it
key
to.
that happened. I ain't never really get no ads like that while recording. That's hilarious.
Name Hot Sauce. That came from me just really just talking trash. You know,
I would love to do like a podcast with somebody like Hot Sauce for sure. Like that's something like because I got a podcast channel, Afraid of Heights podcast. Let me show y'all real quick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check me out. If you go to my channel and click right here, that's my podcast channel. Feel me? Afraid of Heights podcast. But I would love to do one with somebody like him. It's not even for the views. That's just my own little personal thing that I would want to do and just ask him questions myself. That's kind of cool to see like interview of him and stuff.
every time I shoot the ball, I'll say sauce, and I just kept saying it, and people just ran with it. You know, next day at the park, everybody just making fun of me, just calling me sauce because I just said it. So one day, I told myself, you know what, man, I'm gonna just tell everybody my name's sauce.
And see, he used a negative and turned it into a positive. I watched a lot of Craig Smith, and that's how he came up with his podcast because Corey Holcomb would just be joking with him every time Craig would come up with like a fact that he like, oh, that's another Craig fact. He turned his podcast into Craig fact. So sometimes you got to just turn them positives into negatives. I say that shit's so backwards, but gotta turn them negatives into positives sometimes, man. Might work out for you.
So it just stayed with me ever since. A lot of people don't know that I'm originally from Jacksonville. You know, I stayed with my mom, and she always guided me down that right path. But of course, me being a knucklehead, I didn't want to do the best thing that was for me, for school or whatever. But a lot of people think how I get so good, and I never played basketball in school or whatever. And handling the rock was just a hobby. It was just something I used to love to do. I developed every year. I developed and got better and better, and then I just started being creative behind it. And who influenced?
That's crazy to know. And to me, I don't know if y'all can agree. Uh, I feel like a lot of the best hoopers, bro, didn't even play on the team like back in the day. Like when I was in high school, it was a couple niggas that didn't even care to try out that I know would have been starting. on varsity or whatever they try it out for. Easy. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody got some stories about people like that. If you got some stories like that, drop it in the comments.
I developed every year. I developed and got better and better, and then I just started being creative
But I
behind it.
know a few
And
people
who
that's
influenced me, as far as ball handling, was Isaiah Thomas. You know, I started watching.
I never watched Isaiah Thomas because that's not my era. So he must have really been good because I hear about a lot how he used to handle the ball or like how he just a good defensive player, stuff like that. But I never watched the game with him because that's not my era. So
Influenced me, as far as ball handling, was Isaiah Thomas.
how good
You
was
know, I
Isaiah
started
Thomas
watching
for
him
real?
when I seen him do the pity pat and all that stuff. That kind of like added a little flavor to my game, and then from there on out, it was on from there.
Did he do that
Growing
in the
up,
real
and then
game? Can you do that?
from that and all that stuff, that kind of like added. You know, I started
Or is that some
watching
Harlem
him when I seen him
Globetrotter?
do the pity pat and all that stuff. That kind of like added a little flavor to my game, and then from there on out, it was on from there. Growing up, I know it probably would have been fun playing in the league, but that was really never uh, my thing. I really never trying to go to the NBA. Like I tell everybody, just handling the rock was just a hobby, man. You know, and then when I got signed to AND1, break ankles with my job, so it was just a hobby. It was just something I just like to do, like on the side of playing basketball or whatever.
And doing the
And
best
I just
job.
had a unique style, you know, and you couldn't deny that. You know, everybody wanted to be a part of the sauce at that time, and and it definitely wasn't the NBA. You know, I love basketball to death, but I never really tried to go to the NBA. I first got
I feel like he telling the truth. Some people probably just take that on some like, nah, he just saying that because he couldn't make it. I believe he probably really just like dribbling because it's a lot of people I know that's cold, and I'll be like, bro, you gonna try out? They like, hell no, I just you feel me? Fuck that shit. Like, a lot of people be like that, bro. Like
my introduction
he
to the
probably could have
world,
got solid enough to play. Who knows?
2001, a mixtape 3. See, people don't know I used to watch the tapes too. It was like when mixtape 1 and 2 came out, that kind of inspired me to do more than what I was already doing. I was always doing all the fancy moves and all that stuff before the tapes even came out. But when the tapes came out, that's what took my game to another level. I used to look at the tapes and look on the back of the tapes like trying to figure out, can I contact anybody so I can make my own tape? So it went from let's make a tape to turn it in to me getting introduced
They keep getting hit me with the ass, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, I ain't mean it.
to the world on tape to turn it in to me getting introduced to the world on mixtape 3.
I get my nigga name? Killing people on the basketball court. When I shoot, I be like sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like people say water, I be like sauce. And the next day
I done watched all the AND1 tapes, bro.
they be like, oh, they go salt or hot sauce. Next thing you know, the rep just kept going.
Yeah, Hot Sauce took over the third mixtape. Fro fake.
Oh yeah, a lot of people don't know I used to work at Red Lobster or whatever, but you know, I was always telling everybody at work that I was the best player at the job or whatever. I still was working at Red Lobster when I got put on AND1, and I actually left on lunch and never clocked back in. I wonder what my check would be right now if I go back and clock back in. When I got
Man, hold on. Man, have y'all ever just left a job on your lunch break? That's hilarious. If he go clock back in, his job would be that should be 40 years worth of a check for real. I'm just saying a number, but I it's been plenty of times where I left on lunch and just was like, man, fuck that. I ain't go. Have y'all ever did that? I used to work at Value World, and it was a dude that worked there, and he was just an older dude that basically that was the end game for him. So he just the way he was talking to people, I just wasn't having it. I'm like, man, you can have this job, man.
AND1,
But if y'all ever did that, drop it in the comments. I just think that
one
shit
of my
funny that like I ain't the only one that did.
I wonder what my
And I
check
know
would be
everybody
right
got
now
a
if I go
story
back
like
and
that.
clock back in. When I got on AND1, one of my favorite players was the guy that got introduced with me, and that was Ayo. You know,
I remember
Ayo had
AO.
a unique style. You know, he wasn't trying to be like nobody else. That's one thing about you know, and everybody had a different style. You know what I mean? You had 12 players, 12 different styles. You know what I mean? But AO was my favorite.
It's crazy. I never
What I
knew.
liked about AO, he had that change of direction, running crossover. You know, I was always trying to do that for years, but I never couldn't get it down packed or whatever. But
The Tim Hardaway, I believe. I don't know if it's between the legs crossover. I could never get that as fast. That's the only like move I couldn't really get crazy fast with. Like everybody got a signature move. You feel me? But that was just one I just couldn't perfect. I'll say that. But I had it a little bit, but um I wouldn't really
he was
I
one of
wouldn't
my
really
favorites.
pull it out because
My
I ain't feel
favorite
like I
NBA guards today: Stephen Curry, Kemba Walker, Kyrie Irving, Derrick Rose. I like Trae Young. I like Ja Morant. A lot of those guys can get the job done, but it's different styles. You can make somebody fall, but that don't mean you're really an ankle breaker. You know what I mean? A center could go 82 games, and probably the first 10 games he might do an ISO and make somebody fall. That don't mean he an ankle breaker. Every guard in the league got different styles. Like to me, Kyrie got like the total package. He got a little of everything. You know, he could cross you up.
and maybe that's what I was talking about in the beginning where I was saying like uh certain people ain't as fun to watch as certain others. I guess that's the style of people I like, the ankle breakers. Ray Frost, you feel me? Deal, man, you feel me?
You know, he could break you down with a nice little handle. You know, three people could run at him. He could get out of that. Kemba
Dean
Walker
Francis.
he's more like an ISO kind of guard or whatever. He more of like an ankle breaker type guard. D Will, he more like he got that DC handle where he just
I guess that's what you can call those type of hoopers, ankle breakers. That's what I was for sure. Like, I mean, my shooting was a 7. Everything else is average, but my handles was a 10. Like,
cross you left or right.
not the developed handles, the natural handles.
He
Like,
got that DC handle where he just cross you left to right, right to left. You know what I mean? His handle is the crossover. You know, he never really, it ain't really no breakdown. Trae Young got the little first step with the little Erky jerk. You know what I mean? He'll blow past you, step back with the pull up. You know, it's just different styles, but they all get the job done. You know, Ja Morant got a lot of ball fake moves. You know what I mean? Some guards don't have ball fake moves like Ja Morant. Ja Morant got a lot of ball fake moves. And I like that. A lot of people used to compare me and AI because of the swag. Now, mind you, he been out since like '96. I ain't come out to 2001, but my moves was there. It just wasn't introduced to the world. You know what I mean? Like with him, he's more athletic than I am. I got more handles than he do. But, I never
talk your
was
shit.
explosive as he was.
Hold on. What do y'all think about that statement? You feel me? Like, I know people be like, "Well, he's not in the league. That don't matter." Okay, it's people who in the league, and I know somebody that at my local park that probably got a better shot than them. So that don't matter.
I got more handles than he do, but
That's
I
hilarious.
never
Though.
was explosive as he was. I never was. You know what I mean? But I had all the moves, the tricks, you know, the just everything that come with the package or whatever. It was just AI off the court swag was my on the court swag. Like, you know, I could wear do-rag, I could wear the earrings, I could wear the chain and stuff on the court.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was his off the court swag. And
Right.
that was my on the court swag.
I buy the same products you do.
Oh my goodness. I ain't even gonna listen to what he talking about. I don't even know what that commercial about. Ooh.
Boomerang, hands down.
And then a lot of them, this is off topic or whatever. But a lot of them commercials be fake
That
as
was my
hell.
on the
Like
court swag.
they always, do you want to make 10K by tonight? Like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. You know you lying, but every time they just want you to sign.
On the court. You know what I mean? That was his off the court swag, and that was my on the court swag. My most popular move was the boomerang, hands down. That's actually the move that really put me on the map. It wasn't the
Oh, when he
crossover,
throw
it
the
wasn't the
ball
handles,
and it
it
comes.
wasn't. It was the boomerang.
Oh yeah, the boomerang, that was crazy right there. You know what I'm saying? I knew
yeah,
that was
Silk.
gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Silk
one
was
of the
nice
moves
too.
that a lot of people was gonna be trying to copy and trying to do.
How I came up with the boomerang, I was actually practicing. Kid was guarding me, little young kid was guarding me. Of course I was just fooling around, making him look crazy. And I was actually doing this move right here a lot. Just doing it in his face, doing it in his face, doing it in his face, doing it in his face. I was doing it so much, and it actually slipped. So when it slipped, I had to, he wore glasses. The little kid had glasses on. So when it slipped, it was going straight towards his face. And I ended up saving the ball by doing, turning my hand upside down because I didn't want to hit his face. But as I did that, he turned around. He thought I threw it or something. And then, I told my friend, I said, hey, man, I'm going to try to do that on purpose. So it went from an accident to on purpose. And then the next day I went to the gym. I said, I'm going to try it on one of the older guys.
Sometimes accidents is how shit work out.
And it worked. He spent the whole gym with just running all over the place. And I said, you know what, I'm going to call that the boomerang. The people today that be trying to do it, it stay in the air for like, a split second. But when I do it, it stay in the air about 4 seconds when I do it. And the stuff that I was doing back then, people still can't do today.
4 seconds.
I think street ball can make a comeback if all the X and one players get together in one room and put together a reunion tour. And if we do that, it's going to be bigger than life. Reunion tour.
They need to do that. I'm going. They need to do that.
Players get together in one room and put together a reunion tour. And if we do that, it's going to be bigger than life. Ball is Life, they doing their thing right now. So, maybe we get some of the guys, who still could do their thing versus the Ball is Life crew. They still got the same kind of crowd we had. So if we put all that together, man, we going to impact a new era. If I was to change anything back in the day, like on AND1, it was just showing the world that I really could play some basketball. A lot of people critique my game as far as what they seen on the tapes or whatever. So if I'm known for this ankle breaker and a guy, with all these moves or whatever, can he really play ball?
A lot of people do think the AND1 people suck. Some of them could hoop. Well, I don't know. A lot of them went to college or, it was just people that just said, fuck it, no, we on AND1, But everybody ain't go to the league. But people think just because you're not in the league, you can't hoop. I just don't think that's the case.
Of course I can. You know what I mean? I play ball better than the average person think I could play. You know what I mean? I could give you 30, I could give you 40, but I know what I get paid to do. You know what I mean? Like I said, handling the rock was just a hobby. Well, breaking ankles was my job. But outside of that, I could play the hell out some basketball. A lot of people compare street ball and the Globetrotters because, how we travel the world or whatever, and with the popular moves and the famous tricks and the fancy dunks and stuff like that. So, but we was more like for the streets. We was really for the culture or whatever. The Globetrotters was mostly like, entertainment. It's like Universal. It was entertainment for all. And actually, like the Globetrotters, they actually brought like a team with them to play with them every city they go to, and it's kind of like choreographed. But we play the best from each city, and it's not choreographed because them guys coming to take your head off. So that's what made us who we were. Street ball and the pop culture kind of combined, and everybody gravitated to it because of the music. You know what I mean? You put hip hop, and then you got the guys coming down the court doing the moves, and you combine both of those together. I mean, it's attractive. It's like an automatic collaboration without even saying nothing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of rappers use my name in their rap songs and some of their freestyles. You got Lucci, he used my name. 2 Chainz, Dej Loaf, David East, Lil Wayne, Lil Baby, Cassidy in the freestyle, Nipsey Hussle in the freestyle. Man, he go on, man. And that's when I knew it was going to another level.
I know that feels good. I know that feels good to hear.
Some of my most memorable moments was when I predicted that I was going to drop Professor. And I actually did. And a lot of people don't know that. But, that was one of my biggest moments. I predicted it. That's what made it bigger than what it was. You know what I mean? A lot of people think me and Professor had beef. I never had beef with Professor. You know what I mean? That's like, he my little bro. He been my little bro since he got on or whatever. But what people don't know is I used to show him a lot of stuff, teach him the game of, how to do certain moves at the right time, how to move the crowd and stuff like that. And I don't know if he'll admit that today, but, I could tell you from the horse's mouth, you know what I mean? So I really never had no problem with him. We played on the same stage, you know, we did the same thing basically. You know what I mean? We groomed him to be the person he is today. So, and people think, you know, he probably got millions of followers that I'm upset about that or whatever. Nah, I'm not really a social media type guy. You know what I mean? When I'm on the dance floor, I do my thing, and then when I'm done, it's over with. You know, I've really never been a social media content creator type guy like that. You know what I mean? I'm all for the culture. You know what I mean? You'll never see me put on a Bugs Bunny or superhero outfit or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just original like that.
I get what he's saying, and he not dissing them, but it also nothing wrong with doing that and coming up with content. You feel me? But that's not for everybody. Content not for everybody. And not everybody will do what Kai Cenat do or DDG or something like, you know. Some people like to be the children people, like Duke Dennis, how he just, you know, he put on the Spider-Man costume before, so I can't even say that. But even when he was doing it, he kept talking about like how he don't even feel right doing it. You know what I'm saying? So everybody just don't, you know, do that type of stuff. And you can still be a good content creator. You just got to figure out how to, you know, make content just originally, because he could have a big following on YouTube too, because they say he still be in Atlanta at the park, killing niggas, crossing niggas up.
People ask me would I do a collaboration with him? Yeah, I would.
I'm out here with Hot Sauce. He about to show us some of his famous moves.
You already know.
And I feel like too that collaboration could happen so easy. With a lot of them, you know, all it takes is one little message like, "Hey, come out here, be there." Da da da. We'll see. I feel like if they wanted it to happen, it would happen.
Know what it is.
So what you want to start with?
Oh, you just show you something and
Yeah, just whatever. Like you can do
we'll,
whatever.
We'll start off easy. You know, the first move I came up with.
You gonna do them on me or you gonna show me them or both?
I'm gonna show you.
All right.
All right. You know, maybe next time, you know, when this one right here is called the pop up. So like when you dribbling the ball, you know, say you playing defense on me. You playing defense, boom, 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 and I lose it. See, we both go after the ball.
Yeah.
And then I pop it up.
Right.
It's a quick way to pick the ball up when you lose the ball.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you actually put it down like this, and then pop it up.
I used to do that all the time.
Nah.
I do it.
If I had a basketball, I could say I could do that.
I'm sorry. One more time.
You gotta pop it up. Like you gotta. I want to hear that. I want to hear that noise.
All right, you got it.
There you go.
All right. Yeah.
There you go. All right. So the next one. That right there.
I'm gonna just let you do that one.
You gotta try it though. Just try it, man. Nah, that ain't it.
I'm a little freaky as hell. Hold on. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Probably finna react to Sexy Red.
Want a second income stream?
Oh my god. Hold on. I'm sorry for that. But these just videos that I'm finna react to next. I'm fucking up, but you're still getting up.
I lose it, see? We both go after the ball. You know. Okay, go ahead.
Nah.
I do it.
That. I'm trying one more time.
There you go.
Just let you do that one.
You gotta try it though. Just try it, man. Nah, that ain't it.
Are we still on
They
for
still
3?
don't hit me with a hat. But yeah, I'm enjoying this video. Like I said, it's getting uploaded regardless. Quantity over quality right now.
Stay.
Why do they keep skipping? Why do they keep skipping, bro?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna just end the video right there because it's gonna keep messing up. But hopefully, I enjoyed this video. I had fun watching this video. I genuinely like, comment, subscribe. This is my reaction channel. I got a main channel. Y'all go subscribe to my podcast that I showed y'all. Follow me on Twitch, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok.